What's going on, Joe fans? We're back at it again. Welcome back to another episode of Gold Shelf. Today we're going to be looking at the Cobra Viper Officer and Viper's 3-pack out of the Classified series. I forgot I even pre-ordered this off of GameStop, and I completely forgot about it. And then I ended up double POing this item. I accidentally ordered it on Amazon as well, so I had to cancel that. I was able to cancel that before. So I just stuck with the GameStop one. But this guy is kind of pricey, man, this set. But I mean, nonetheless, it's a cool box. It looks amazing. Let's take a closer look at the packaging. You got some posing right there of the figure, some display right there. You got a lot of accessories, man, which I'm digging. Some of these might be able, you can resell these or trade them, whichever one you need. And on the side here, you just get a little sign there saying, a little bit of art there, number 47. And then on the top, you just got your Cobra insignia. And then you got the number 47 on top as well. And then same thing on this side. And then you just get your warnings, your plastic-free packaging. Let's take a quick pause and get this guy out of the box. Alright guys, here we got him out of the packaging. They're looking great so far. But before we get into the figures itself, I'm definitely loving these guys, man. I'm more of a big fan of the classic, not the classic, but the regular release, the blue and the red and black. I don't know how I feel about. I know this is the officer, but I'm not really sold on the look. Maybe it's just missing some paint apps, some touch-ups or something. But I just don't. I rather prefer this side, this color, because it looks for me. It just looks more urban, more tactical, and this looks more like like it just reminds me of the spy troops or those little figures. It comes in this little box, which is very nice. I'm really liking this box. I'm gonna try to hang on to it as best as I can. And then this just pops out and in there. So this is some goodies. That's really nice. I think other than the rifles are in here. There's one more in there. Yeah. So we get two assault rifles here. These are looking very nice. The ammo comes out. Yeah. So you can just pop that out. This is the one that I really like. This is the assault rifle. This is like a real gun, right? This looks very tactical. It's very nice. You get another assault rifle. So that's very cool. I think it's just going to be another assault rifle without the stock. Yeah. So this one looks very cool. This is awesome. Here you get the little bags, which I really would like to keep these, but I mean, they're just like paper tissue bags, so I think we're just gonna rip it up. It's fine. Figure it out. Whoa, you get tons of accessories right there. You do get silent suppressors here, where you got one of these effects. This looks like it might go to the grenade launcher. Get these goggles. This one, since it's painted gold, I'm thinking it goes with the officer. You get two more sets of goggles. This looks like it's for the rapid fire for the machine gun. You get some more effects right here. We get this like Glock looking gun. So that's really cool. It's like a pistol. So that's very nice. I'm digging that. And then you get these other two sidearms. I think these are the standard issue, and these come with. I think these come with. I forgot what this comes with. I'm not too sure. This looks a little new to me. I've never seen this, but I haven't completed the Classified series line, so I could be mistaken. And then you get another effect here, so that's really cool. And then we get the other bag of accessories, the goodie bag right here. So just get this ripped open. You get the backpacks right here. So you got two of the regular kind. And then you get the officer one, the one that goes with the attach it to the officer. Let's set these awesome accessories to the side. As for articulation, before we end the video, we gotta cover everything here. The head is on a ball hinge joint, so you can spin 360. And due to the handkerchief, you're pretty limited on range of motion, so you can just go ahead and take that out, and you can look down that much and look up. You can spin that 360, like I mentioned. 360 motion at the ball hinge arm. You can pop that to the side. He can rise up his arm about that high. Swivel at the bicep. You can spin that 360. Double jointed elbows, which is always a good thing. And then you do get a joint swivel pivot at the wrist, so you can spin that 360 motion. But you got to straighten out the hand to get it to spin all the way. Full 360. I'm pretty sure this figure has an ab crunch, but due to the molding of the vest, you can't really get to that you don't have access to that, so you can either just cut this in half or something. I mean, I'll probably do that, just cut it in half, and then I'll modify this and just leave this to the belt, actual belt, to be a separate piece. And then you do have ball hinge joints with that drop feature, which I've been noticing a lot of issues with those. Some people are getting broken figures, and by the time you pose them around and move them and get them to display how you want them to, the peg just gives out, just wears out. You do get a swivel at the thigh, you can spin that 360. Double jointed knees, double jointed knees, and then there's a swivel at the shin, at the where the boot meets with the at this threshold right there, and then you do get an ankle rocking pivot joint. Now for the standard version, it's going to be the same thing. So the head just spins 360. You can look up and down, but you just remember you gotta remove the handkerchief, and you can look down. And then I think, let me show you guys what it is. So there goes the neck peg. So that's really, really cool. Digging that. Let's pop this back in there. Ball hinge elbows, like we saw on the other figure. You can spin that 360, swivel at the bicep, double jointed elbows. You got a joint at the wrist and a pivot, so you can bend it back and forth, rock it back and forth, and spin it 360. Ball jointed legs. You can kick up about that high. You can reach that much further back. Swivel at the thigh. You can spin 360. This one's a lot more snug than the officer. Double jointed knees. Swivel at the shin, and then you get that joint and pivot rocking motion at the ankle. Now for some size comparisons. Here I got him next to a SH Figure Arts Min Bam Trooper, which he towers over this guy. Even though if I fix his posture and straighten him out, he's still a little bit taller than him. Here I have him next to the Gamerverse. I think this is the Atmosphere Armor. I'm not sure, but it's from the video game that they made for the Avengers. Here I have him next to the I'm not sure. This is the recent Commando, but this is the one with the gray timber wolf and not the other one. Got a tape measure there. So he stands about 6 3/8, so a little bit under 6.5 inches. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and catch you on the next one.